What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. Happy Sunday, we say, man. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to United View if you haven't done so already. You can join the members chat as well, the members club. Make sure you do that. Click the membership button. It's my reflection show, man. The chance where I get to catch up with you guys after the game, day after the game, give my thoughts in a more calm, measured approach. You know what I mean? You know, you get time to soak things in, you know? So I like this. If you like the reflection show, we've done it a couple of times. Josh is onto the branding as well. That's coming. That is on its way. But there's no time like the present to just get into it. And I know you guys enjoy it as well. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this. And a little bit of news today on Sunday as well regarding Antony. Antony exit possibly on the cards. January exit. January loan deal. I'm going to get into that. And a little bit of thoughts of how I'm feeling after yesterday and going forward into the Copenhagen game on Tuesday. So yeah, let's get into it. Like I said, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's get that done instantly. And a lot of news outlets are reporting that Man United want to sign Gabriel Barbosa from Flamengo in January. He's a Brazilian player for about £20 million. The Brazilian club are interested in a part exchange deal as well. Shock swap, mate. Part exchange deal with Antony going the other way on loan. I'll be honest, don't know a lot about this guy. I don't. Just doing a little bit of research. I know that he's 27 years of age, obviously a former Brazilian international. What I did notice mostly, though, in true Man United fashion, and people, I'm going to challenge the UV scouts. UV scout, where are you? Let me know where you are. I'm going to challenge you because I need to know. I need an in-depth analysis on him and look at some comps and that. But what I have noticed from the first quick glance is that the guy's played most of his games at centre forward. 253 games to be precise, scoring 141 goals with 37 assists. Now, he's played his second most amount of games, 65 games at right wing, scoring 28 goals and 8 assists, and then a few at left wing, 7 games. But his most of his career, 253 games of his professional career, he spent as centre forward. That's his main position. But he can play on the right. Listen, away from Barbosa just for a second, yeah? Because there's probably some of you screaming in the comments, he's really good, he's this, he's that. Oh, no, I've never seen the guy play, right? But the way Antony is playing right now is absolutely shocking. Look, people, I know what it's like on social media, the hysteria on social media. And sometimes you feel like people are going extra on social media. Are they going in too hard? Are they saying sensationalist things? But I ain't going to lie. When people say he could be one of the worst buys we've had in recent times or in Premier League era. When people say that, you don't automatically leap to the defence to say, nah, he's 100% going to come good. You don't have that. There's a real issue with how bad he actually is versus what we thought we were getting. You know, I was sceptical at the beginning. You lot remember in UVHQ when the scout, not KG, the other scout, you know, was like, break the bank, get Antony. And I was saying questions like, is he fast? Can he take on players? Has he got quality? Because we saw the comps. We've all seen the comps of Antony doing the spinneroonie. We've all seen the comps of Antony doing little nutmegs, little jink, chop, rob end, top corner, far corner. And in the eye test, when you see him in real life, it's nothing of a sort. So to be honest, I haven't even looked at this Barbosa's YouTube comp because you know why? If I've been burnt already with Antony, a Brazilian dud, yeah, at the moment with how he's playing, I've got no faith in the YouTube system of comps, to be honest with you, because I remember when bloody, you know, you want to sign a player, and who was it? Whose comps did I look at? It was actually Sean Longstaff, to be fair, and I know he's doing all right now, but I remember when he was linked with Man United, probably about 2019, and I thought, let me have a look. I swear he was on loan at Blackpool at the time. And I see him just banging it long range, top bins, all of this stuff. And like, you're like, people are like, he's going to be the next Michael Carrick. He's going to be this, he's going to be that. Now, don't get me wrong. Fast forward a few years, he is actually doing quite well in Newcastle's team. However, he's not Michael Carrick. He's not what the comps were showing me, you know? Sometimes you see comps of players in empty stadiums or in reserves. And when I say empty stadiums, I ain't just talking about when it was COVID and no one could go in the stadiums. I mean, empty stadiums because it's youth teams or games don't matter, friendlies, whatever. And you can get gassed. Anyone can make a comp of fails to make a player look disgraceful. And anyone can make a comp of, you know what I mean, a player absolutely shining. And then you get sold a dud. The most concerning thing about Antony is that it don't look like changing. It doesn't look like changing at all. This is a guy that Erik ten Hag, you know, made us invest heavily into. And he's probably one of the biggest duds we've ever seen. Let's just be honest. I mean, if we look at some of the players that we have had over the last few years, I don't remember any being as sort of unimpactful, if that's even a word, as Antony. I don't. I really don't. And at the beginning, you know, you ask for patience, you ask for time, and you try and see some traits. He obviously started off quite well with debut goal against Arsenal. Remember him scoring against Everton. He had his best game later on in the season against Forest, I would say. And then you saw a couple of little bits like the working hard and just little things where you think, you know what, if he settles down, it's nowhere near as bad as people think. And now it has gone on to be as bad as people think, where we're noticing it, where the output's just not there. Obviously, he's got a lot going on outside football. Does that play a part into how bad he's been? You probably have to say that would play a part in a lot of people's on-field performance. But my eyes don't kid me. I'm saying, away from the controversies of what he's dealing with as a person, my eyes don't deceive me when I'm looking at him as a player and what he gives and how he gives it. And I can notice the good things from the bad. Yes, he does try. He runs around. He's fast. That's it. He's got heart. That's it. In terms of ability, defenders aren't scared to face him. Defenders aren't worried when they're there. They don't get 2v1s because he's so impactful. It's not like a Saka on the ball. It's definitely not like a Mo Salah. It's not like a Doku. It's not like a Grealish. It's not like a Son in wide positions. It's not even like a Brennan Johnson. It's not like a Jared Bowen. Do you know what I mean? So all these types of players that I've just listed are outperforming Antony by absolute country miles. It's not Matoma. Do you know what I mean? So the latest reports are that Man United do want to have a swap deal, which would be interesting, to be honest, because it would kind of be a shock, because this is a guy that Ten Hag's co-signed. This is a guy that Ten Hag really wants to do well, you know. And the Sunday Mirror are leading with that Man United want a shock swap with him and Flamengo for a player from Flamengo and Gabriel Barbosa. But if it is to be him, could it, and this is just me sort of critically thinking out loud, let me know what you lot think. Could it be, let him go back to Brazil? He's gone through a lot. It's a loan till the end of the season. He's going to go back there and sort out what he's got to sort out and calm down and play football in his homeland. And I don't know, could it be something like that? And then we get this guy, Barbosa, and see what he can do. Because right now, we've got nothing on that right-hand side. Do you know what I'm saying? Although I have calmed down, and in reflection, no pun intended, because that is the name of the show, you know, we've still got a lot of work to do. Yesterday was not convincing. It was not. But right now, we're probably going to have to win like that to get our head above the pulpit, because Ten Hag's under serious pressure. Every win eases pressure. I don't care how bad it is. We just have to win right now. But with the right-hand side situation, it is concerning, because really we're saying play Pellistri. You know, right now, Pellistri must play over Antony. Surely. Because Antony's been that bad. There's nothing left of him at the moment. Even if it is to do with off-field stuff and his head's not right. And, you know what I mean? You have to see something that this guy's not performing. And Pellistri, although it wasn't great, let's not, because that's enough, let's not gas Pellistri to say he was amazing. But he gave a bit of fight, and he impacted the game by being physical and keeping the ball going in that little ping pong cycle with when he was fighting with Robinson. I don't mean literally fighting, but you know, when he was jostling for the ball and just being physical, he had an impact. A couple of times he went at his man, got a little bit of change. He made something happen just by endeavour. Antony's not even doing that. So just off that, Pellestri's going to get a run. Are we going to look at it at some point and say, yeah, this is why Pellestri's not really? Absolutely, because he's not. But he's better than Antony right now. He's better than Antony. I don't know what he has to do. He did more than Antony did in like 15 minutes than Antony did for the whole game before that. Do you know what I'm saying? So even Willian, what's Willian? 35 years of age. I know he plays on the left. Even he's better than Antony. Right now, I'd have Willian over Antony. How mad is that? Do you know what I mean? Willian went away, basically retired, back in Brazil, I think he went to, or wherever he went. Came back at Fulham, just chilling, still doing all right. Do you know what I mean? So we have to look at that. And if it is going to be a loan thing, maybe it's best. Maybe it's best, even for the rest of the back end of the season or the second half of the season, to just see what happens. It can't be Can't be much worse than what we're seeing. So watch this space on that. We'll obviously cover that. And also, what I want to talk about really quickly is that, yeah, I've calmed down a little bit. I've calmed down a little bit. Not just because we won. Do you know what? If I'm being honest with you lot, yeah, this is why I like doing this show. Because it's just me and you lot. I kind of calmed down probably before the chat we had with Avellino, which was United Therapy. But even before that, I'd started to calm down and say, look, you know what? Sacking this manager is not going to help us. Yeah, sacking Eric is not going to help us. I don't believe it will. I think we'll be in a worse position. Absolutely, we'll be in a worse position. So I don't want him to get sacked no matter what happens. Even if we lost to Fulham, I was like, we can't sack him. We've got to ride this period out. You know, Wan-Bissaka came in, and then in hindsight, when the game did happen, even though it was a poor performance and we can't keep playing like that, we know what's going to happen when we play someone good. That I don't think that will change the season, especially until the better players come back. But even just having Wan-Bissaka back, you could just see we were better. If I analysed the game properly yesterday, it was two average sides where we didn't create much. Neither did Fulham really, but they probably looked more like scoring in one part of the game than we did. So that's not great in terms of an attacking sense. I understand that. But in terms of the players at the back and the attitude of just keeping going and making sure we don't make big mistakes to actually concede, which we were doing, which has been a big problem for us. In that one game, we didn't do it. And that was a good sign. Wan-Bissaka was a good sign. And the fact that they kept going to the end to find something was a good sign. Obviously, in the entirety of where we want to get to, it's not a good sign because we've seen that before. Last-minute winners only get you so far. Do you know what I mean? We saw the last-minute winners against Brentford / you know, Copenhagen, albeit it was via a penalty save, but it was like a last-minute winner. And look where it got us. It got us to play in a good City side, an amazing City side, get slapped. It got us to play in a Newcastle C team, got slapped. So it isn't always good, you know what I mean, to rely on last-minute winners. I understand that. But in the context of yesterday's game, it just had to be a win. And if we play the same against Copenhagen and just be organised and don't make mistakes, we'll give ourselves the best chance to do something similar, to be honest. Because if we do beat Copenhagen, it's going to be narrow. We're not going to win comfortably. We're not scoring goals. Do you know what I mean? And that's still a big problem. But Ten Hag's got to play the players who are playing well. And he's definitely got to start taking out the players who aren't doing well to get a reaction. You know, it's not going to be pretty, but it's good. It's to get a reaction, that's what's going to have to be. So my kind of closing statement is I have calmed down. Obviously, it was disgusting the way we lost to City, disgusting the way we lost to Newcastle. And it did all in 2 games, because in the 3 games prior to that, even though they weren't convincing wins, but they were last-minute wins, or late wins at Sheffield United, it didn't fill us with confidence, but no one was saying, just get Ten Hag out, get him out. It was like, listen, we just keep ticking over, try and get to when we can get the players back off injury and go from there. But when you get heavy defeats like that, everything just went boom. Sack him. He's on his way out. He can't, no way back. I said no way back. And I'm not necessarily saying that he's out of the woods and there is a way back. I'm just saying I have calmed down. That's all I'm saying. And I think it's important to be calm, like we was talking about with Avellino. Until we get all our players back and get a good run of games with the full squad, we have to resist doing anything silly like getting rid of Ten Hag, in my opinion. You know, there's so much bigger problems than Eric. So, yeah, I've said my piece. Let me know what you think about Antony. I think I know what you guys are going to say, but would that be a good idea to loan him out, even if it was for short term till the end of the season and then see what's happening and then try and sell him or whatever? But try and change something, because it ain't working with Antony, is it? Let's be honest. He's pony. Let's be honest with ourselves. So let me know what you think about that. And let me know what you think about my view that I've calmed down. Have you calmed down? Have some of you lot gone, you know what? Let's just chill out. Let's not hit the panic button. I have seen a lot of the community, and I agree with, you know, it's very much, you know, let's get behind Eric. Let's get behind the team and try and get them through this bad period. Because obviously, like I said, we can't lose too many more games, especially in that manner. And if we go out the Champions League, which is still a real possibility, let's be honest, starting on midweek when we go to Copenhagen, if we don't win, we're out. You know what I mean? Even if we draw, it's not looking good. We have to win these next 2. We have to beat Copenhagen and we have to beat Galatasaray. Big arcs. Big arcs. But if the team can do it, all of a sudden, we might get out of the group. Then we get players coming back December/January. and then the team's looking different again. Hopefully, he says. So that's the hope, but it is the hope that kills us, isn't it? So at the end of the day, I know that we're only ever one game away from crisis. I understand that, and that is still the same. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video again soon. Take care. Peace.